What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the DC Collectibles Icons DC Universe Rebirth 7-pack, the Justice League. And today's focus is going to be on the Dark Knight, Batman himself. Now, here we do have Batman posed with the rest of the Justice League. What we're going to do now is take a little break, get Batman posed by himself, take the other members of the League out of here, and then we'll go on to the rest of Batman's review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Batman posed and out of the packaging. Before we get onto the figure, let's actually have a nice 360 of him. I'm going to say Batman is probably my favorite character out of the bunch, and, you know, I'm a huge Batman fan, and I'm not saying that that's the reason I like him. I'm just saying I like him because he's a really nice looking figure, and I really do appreciate the work that went into all these icon figures. But Batman just has this presence about him. I don't know why I was looking forward to this Batman the most out of this series. And he looks really phenomenal. I really do like the way his costume looks in Rebirth, and they did a really good job of capturing the look and feel of Batman from his Rebirth storylines. I have been really into all the Detective Comics and the Batman issue, so I was really excited for this Batman figure, especially when they announced the Rebirth 7-pack. While we're at it, let's actually go on to some of his details, because Batman has quite a bit here. Okay, let's get the camera zoomed into his face. And we get that really modern-looking Batman cowl. It's not the classic cowl that we're used to seeing. It's a little more modern. The ears aren't as long. And then the mouthpiece does open up a little here on the sides. Again, I think I enjoyed the Batman stories more than any other comic series next to maybe Superman. And they did a really good job of bringing the comic book likeness out in figure form. I will say this, that the Icon series is scaled up. I don't have any of the previous Icon figures, so I can't really show the scale, but I will show another figure just so you guys get an idea of the size. We have his bat emblem here. I think out of the one thing I don't like about his costume is the bat emblem. I'm not a fan of the yellow outline around the bat. I don't know, there's something about it just doesn't work for me. You can see his gauntlets have some nice detail on them. His belt is done in this really nice yellow-orange, and then it has the black accents to it. And then if you look on his cape actually has purple on the inside. Now that is accurate to the comics. Batman's cape does have purple shade on the inside, so that is really accurate. You can see he does have these really nicely sculpted knee guards. His boots are really nicely done. So just overall, they did a good job on this Batman figure. Let's actually get him posed in the back really fast. And we can zoom the camera out. So we can actually compare him to another Batman figure. Let's get the camera situated. And then we'll compare him to another Batman figure, so give me one moment. And here we have the Rebirth Batman posed to my DC Universe Classics Batman. As you can see, the scaling is almost there. This Batman is, of course, a hair or two taller. And it's really hard to say which one I like. I'm pretty sure that this one is starting to become dated in the articulation and the look, because this one just looks better overall. Not saying that I'm going to completely throw out this Batman, but this Batman does look like, I don't know, this one looks a little cleaner than the DC Universe Classics Batman. And I'm just really loving the overall detail that went into this Batman figure. And he does have quite a bit of articulation. Let's run through that really fast. He does have a ball-jointed head. He can look up really nicely, although it is a little disjointed from his neck, but if you have him posed in the front, it's nothing to worry about. We get some slight head bobble. It swivels left and right, so we do get some good range in the head. Arms on a ball joint go out to about that far, not at all hindered by his cape. The cape is actually a really soft plastic, so the cape really doesn't hinder his arm movement, except when you're going around. The cape does hinder his articulation going back, but he could do a full 360 if you really wanted to, and you can always push the cape out of the way. He does have a bicep swivel. He is double jointed in the elbow. Not the best range, but we do get something here. Word of caution, be careful when messing with these gauntlets because they do seem a little sharp and they don't feel all too durable, so you don't want to be catching those and maybe breaking them off. Same with his ears. So we have double jointed elbow. We have a hinge in the wrist as well as a swivel. And even though he doesn't come with any accessories, the hand does pop off. That hand's being a little stubborn. Let's see if I can't. Yeah. His hands do come off, so if you want to interchange the hands with another Batman icon figure, you can. Okay, getting that hand back on. He has a torso articulation which moves left and right. Does give some slight up and down movement. Some slight side to side. I'm wondering if maybe taking a hairdryer to loosen that joint up won't help. But we do get a lower torso crunch, which goes back about that far, forward about that far. And I don't know, but it looks like I'm scratching the plastic. So there's might be something in there that scrapes the plastic, so do be careful with that. That's a little unfortunate. But from a distance you can't see it, so it's okay. Legs do go forward, back, and out. And then we also do have a drop-down joint so we can get more articulation out of that. He does have a ball-jointed thigh which grants him some swivel. Not a lot, but some. We do have double joint knees. No boot swivel, but we do get an ankle hinge and a rocker ankle, so we can get Batman in a lot of good poses. So that's Batman for you guys. What I'm going to do now is get him posed with the rest of the league, and then we'll go on to my final thoughts. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Batman posed with the rest of the Justice League. Overall, I think this is a really awesome box set to own, especially if you're a fan of the Rebirth series like I am. The Rebirth series actually got me back into collecting comic books. Now, this set does cost you $100 at your local comic book store. That's a really steep price, but you're getting 7 figures that normally run about $24 each, so that's actually a steal for all of this, seeing as how just 4 of them would equal $100 with tax. So we're actually getting 7 figures. Unfortunately, no accessories, but accessories would have ran the price of this set up to maybe, I want to say $140, maybe. So I'm really happy with the way this set came out. This set is hitting your local comic book stores now, so go ahead and ask if they have the Icon series. Definitely pick this up if you're a fan of the Rebirth series like I am, or you're just a fan of the comic book characters in general. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, tell me what you think of the Icons box set, and I'll see you guys around. Take care, everyone.
My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.